Toronto, Canada. Your total is $19.56. The man handed over the money and left the store with his freshly bought 6-pack of beer. As he exited the store, a bird the size of a house flew overhead into the nearby city. Naturally, he was shocked. Holy shit! He decided that before going home, he would go see what was going on in the city. On his way there, a few police cars passed them, adding to the ever-building suspense. Suddenly, a giant shockwave emitted from the city, causing a massive blackout and every electronic within the city to stop working. He just kept walking anyways. When he arrived, he saw the giant bird again. It was perched on top of a skyscraper. Suddenly, the bird shrunk and changed physically. He couldn't see it from where he was. On the ground, there was a man in purple armor who was in handcuffs. Surrounding him were 3 people and a rat. There was a shorter man with brown hair that had strips of glowing green. There was a tall man with 4 arms and pink hair, along with black markings along most of his body. He also had a second mouth on his stomach. What the fuck am I reading right now? The fuck? The last person was a woman. He couldn't see her too well, as from his point of view, all he could see around the taller man was the tattoos on her left arm and her brown hair. The rat wasn't any average rat. It was standing on its back feet and wearing a detective coat and hat. The bird from earlier, which had shrunk down to its normal size, perched on the taller man's shoulder. It wasn't any regular bird, but a bird with the head of a cat and the body of an owl. What the fuck? What is going on? The man who earlier purchased the beer whispered to himself. The cat/owl seemed to hear that and flew over to him quickly. So fast, in fact, that he didn't even see it move. He only saw it peer in front of him. The man jumped a little. Who are you? Why are you here? One of our orders were to evacuate all civilians from the area, the cat/owl said. The man just sat there in shock. Today was one of the weirdest days of his life. This is so weird. I'm talking to a fucking bird? Whatever. My name's Rodda. The man who is apparently named Rodda and likes beer said. God, bro. The rat suddenly jumped on top of the barrel. Rodda was hiding behind before he was spotted by the cat/owl. I smell something different on this guy. Not drugs this time, thankfully, the rat stated. Who are you guys? Rodda asked. The cat/owl and the rat thought for a moment, looking at each other before speaking. If we tell you, you have to come with us and promise not to tell anyone else. I mean, you already have to not let anyone know we exist now that you've seen us, the cat/owl said. Fine, just spit it out already, he responded. Okay, so we're a secret military force created by the government, but not just any government. It's the Allied Protective Services of the Globe, or APSG for short. Who's this guy? An approaching voice asked. It was the shorter man. Hold on a minute, I am introducing him to us, Cousin Floyd said. Wait, who's the shorter man? What the fuck? Who is the shorter man? Gosh. The man with 4 arms and the woman with tattoos approached as well, surrounding Rodda to make sure he couldn't run anywhere since he had already sealed the fact that he had to leave with them. Cousin Floyd continued, The rat is Le Rat. He's responsible for planning most of our defensive operations and managing our funds. The guy with the glowing hair doesn't have a name, so we just gave him the code name Chill Guy. Although usually we just call him Chill. He's our current newest member. Cousin Floyd pointed his wing towards the woman. That's Bailey. She's in charge of defenses around the headquarters. Oh my god. He pointed his wing towards the man with 4 arms. From here, Rodda could see that the man also had 4 eyes. That's Pharaoh Frizz, former king of curses. He's in charge of most of the planning for offensive operations and is basically a human tank, Cousin Floyd said. Any questions? Larat asked. Rodda thought for a moment. Why do I have to come with you guys? He asked. Because we said so, Larat responded. A helicopter came down from the air and landed nearby. Now come on, let's get moving. We don't want the boss being mad because we're late. Chapter 1 close.